A movie that has been used for memes, with an iconic, unforgettable score, and one of the most visually appealing films of all time, but is a huge mindfucker of a film. 2001, A Space Odyssey by Stanley Kubrick is one of the most influential films of all time, and one of the most what the fuck films of all time. Released in 1968, in a time period where technology was advancing with space travel, LED lights, push phone buttons, and much more. With its amazing visual effects that were incomprehensible in this time period of the 60s, Kubrick's genius was on full display in this film. Basically, in this film, we're introduced to pilots that are on board a ship who are prepared to embark on a mysterious mission while being assisted by a computer system named HAL. Now, HAL's behavior becomes quite mysterious as the film goes on, and then we are revealed piece by piece just what its true intentions are as a computer operating system. Now, let me just fucking say, HAL is one of the most scariest villains in cinema history. With how calm that motherfucker's voice is, bro. You know what? Just listen.
Do you read me, Hal? Hello, Hal, do you read me? Hello, Hal, do you read me? Do you read me, Hal?
Affirmative.
Now, there's just something about that affirmative that Hal says that makes me so fucking chilled. And that's what I want to give Kubrick a round of applause for. He made me fucking scared of a motherfucking computer system that's displayed as a red dot and has the voice of a calm middle-aged man.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
What's the problem?
I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do.
What are you talking about, Hal?
In here, we see the dangers of what advanced technology can do when we try to make a computer more human-like. They tend to go against their code. And as the world we're in today, with the huge innovation in the field of artificial intelligence, this displays what seems to be imminent in our future, and it's kind of fucking terrifying. But with some bad comes some good. Kubrick shows us advancement in video conferencing, which we know as present-day Zoom, FaceTime, and Skype. At the time, there was a thing called video phone made by AT&T, but Kubrick kind of advances on that idea with his own creativeness in this film.
Hello. How you, Squirt?
I mean, just like watching this shit, knowing that it was made in the 60s is just absolutely fucking mind-blowing. Kubrick's just fucking amazing. Like, this dude was so fucking ahead of his time with pretty much all of his films, especially this one. He also gave us a look at what could be the world's first iPad, and Apple possibly could have got inspiration from this design in here, but it's kind of fucking huge. Apple minimized it, of course, to make it more portable, but just look for yourself.
Good evening. 3 weeks ago, the American spacecraft Discovery 1 left on its half-billion-mile voyage to...
Yeah, Stanley Kubrick is the original Steve fucking Jobs. But, all jokes aside, as I stated before about how the computer system, it responds to voice recognition, which is an advancement in technology that we weren't even fully able to grasp until many years after the film was released. Although there was a modern speech technology system called Audrey that came out in the 50s, we weren't even fully able to get the full method of voice recognition until about the 70s or later. And that's with devices and things we know such as Siri, Alexa, Cortana, and many more that are out there that I've probably never heard of. Now, Kubrick's technological designs led to much of the innovation in technology. He wasn't even a scientist or anything. He was just a filmmaker and a photographer as well. But yet he still had major influence on what the fuck was going on in modern technology. Now, this movie can be seen as very confusing by many people, and rightfully so, because the ending is quite interesting and it leaves the viewer to take up its own interpretation. And it's definitely a movie you want to see more than once. Regardless of what you think about this film, there's no denying its influence in film and modern technology, and it's amazing. Kubrick is known to be one of the best filmmakers of all time, and he's definitely earned the right for that title. He's absolutely one of my favorites ever, in my top 3 ever, and he's just absolutely fucking genius. He's like the Einstein of cinema. That's the way I'd put it. If you haven't watched this movie, watch it, please. Thank you.